Love Day. Let's go to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. They have removed the requirement for married women to present spousal approval for visa clearance. This rule, which was introduced due to concerns in certain countries, has been eliminated following a recent review of the visa clearance procedure. NDLEA announced that the updated process will be shared in the coming days as part of efforts to streamline travel documentation and address gender-based discrimination concerns. The decision is seen as a progressive step towards more equitable visa procedures for Nigerians traveling abroad. If Kenneth can hear me, I'd like to bring him in on this story first, talking about the NDLEA removing spousal support for visa clearance. This is actually for married women. Yes, this is actually for married women.
It's a good development, but I wonder what inspired that. Is it that they want to give women freedom to do without their husbands, or maybe they think that the husbands have been caged, they have so much powers, or I think it's actually good.
But should the women really should they really need spousal support to travel? From your own thoughts.
Well, I want to really know why is that an issue, or maybe
it was stated. Some people have said it was some people have talked about gender discrimination as something that they should look at, and they already stated that because of these reasons they had to take it off.
It's much more freedom. Maybe they want them to have a bit of the freedom.
You don't want women to have freedom?
Yeah, that is what I just feel, because I don't, once you have a husband and a wife, the Bible has made it to believe that you guys are now one, not two. 1 + 1 is 1, not 1 + 1. So this thing that somebody can just wake up one day, maybe a wife, and decide without their husband approval, and she goes. And I want to prove another. So once they are both an item, it's a spousal thing, the two can agree on what to do. Depends on your wife. Okay, so what must it be the woman asking for that? It can go pari passu, vice versa. The man actually seek the consent, and you know.
Now, why people talked about this? Okay.
Let us make that balance. To me.
Okay. All right. Why people talked about this being discriminatory is because it's just for married women. They need the support of their spouse to travel for the visa clearance. But then what about the men? You know, people have asked questions like that. Does the married man also need the, support of his wife for his visa clearance? And these are cases and these are topics that have been raised concerning this. But then, yes, I see Kenneth still wants to say something to that.
Yeah, yes, you know, this is like a family affair, Moko. A family affair. Maybe the person that is doing this all has been discriminated, married by a husband.
A lot of women. A lot of women see it that way. People have been advocating against that particular clause in the visa clearance process.
Yes,
but you know, we are on what you think, right? We're not really talking about what other people think now. We are talking about what you think, yes, about this.
What I think in this is that there should be a balance. There should be a balance to the woman should have the consent of her husband, and the husband should have the consent of the wife before anything can happen based on this regard.
Okay, so they should bring it back. They've taken it up, they should return it.
Yeah, that's what.
So you don't want your wife to travel without your consent. I see some personal. You're bringing yourself into this clause. Okay.
It should be a consensual arrangement. It should be something that we need to agree together.
Okay.
Once they don't do it like that, they can't be law and order. They will be total anarchy. So why we have to society? This thing about education and being at school, it has its own advantages. There must be a way where you can hold them to that can get. Because they say when one man's law stops, that is where another man's law starts from. So there should be like a balance to this thing. Let's have a central balance and protect.
All right, let's know where we are going. Thank you. Let's bring Loveday into this conversation. We have really cracked you up.
Yeah, for me, is a laudable initiative. You know, just like you asked, that's the question that has been my mind from when the story was reviewed. How about the man? How about the male gender? What happened? Is there any balance, like the man must approve the wife's traveling?
Or the woman must approve her husband's
or
travel?
the woman, you know, so there should be, if prior to this time, nothing like that, of course, nothing like that, is only the man that will have to,
approve.
You know, approve, then that's high level of discrimination, and Nigeria is growing. We're advancing, you know. Coming to the point of removing that particular clause by the NDLEA, for me, is a commendable and a progressive gesture. Now, it should be something like this. If the country that, you know, the spouse want to get to requires that, then the man can give. If the country also requires that from the man, your woman will need a consent from your wife, that's fine. But for the Nigerian drug law enforcement agencies to now have it as their as one of their criteria or requirement before they will certify you okay, you know, to travel, for me is high level of gender insensitivity and discrimination. So I commend the gesture. That means Nigeria, thank God today is International Girl Child Day. I was even wondering if that's the reason, maybe that's part of what prompted, you know, the organization to come into this particular point. So it's a very good one, and that shouldn't make some women to begin to use that to threaten their husband. You know, because you can now skate through, you know, you can just travel without your husband consent. But if that happens, that means something is wrong at the home front. For instance, I shouldn't be scared of my wife if she wants to make move. If you're in charge of your home and you're doing what is expected of you, and both of you are working as one, there shouldn't be anything that will take you unaware or by surprise. So the point of consensus must be there. But once you see this issue of, you know, fear for threat or expecting the unexpected from the female folk or from the wife comes in, that means the husband has also missed something in that particular relationship.
Can I talk about anarchy, that it could cause a riot in the house?
It could, but before getting to that point, that means there is something that has not been going on well at the home front. There has been a crack already in that particular family. Otherwise, I see nothing, because even before the wife will finally decide, both the man and the woman must have come together. But the point, when it gets to the point where the man and the woman cannot sit and talk about it, and the woman wants to do it on something has actually gone wrong. Either the woman is no longer comfortable with that marriage, and that is one of the reasons I also endorse this particular policy, because I don't believe that so because you are married, even when the thing is not working, your husband wants to kill you, or being caged as a woman, you should die there. Then tomorrow they celebrate you on social media. I don't subscribe to that. So there should be freedom when it comes to the woman folk. But the women should not also forget that this is Nigeria and this is Africa. You know, that regard, that honor for the man, you know, going by what the Bible states, that the woman...
For Christians.
Pardon?
For Christians.
Yeah, for Christians, of course. You know, yeah, for Christians. You know, going by that. So it shouldn't be a situation where the women will not just take advantage and then move. But on a general note, I want to commend the gesture. It's a very good one. It shows that Nigeria, we are advancing, and it will give room for development. And then for those men that doesn't know how to manage their family and protect their wife very well,
talk to them.
Then it is now a signal. If you know that your wife has the capacity to travel without your consent, then you should begin to do the needful and show her love. So the thought of leaving you won't just come in.
Oh, okay. So when you show her love, that's how to manage your home.
Definitely. You know, it's a major challenge when it comes to the male angle now. That's, for those of us from the Christian background, that's one of one of the requirements of keeping your home, and that's what God expects you as the man to do. The love thing is the main thing. God expects them, and it's a difficult task, and that's why God said, men, love your wife. God didn't say women love. He said men love.
I didn't
because
know it was a difficult task for men to
no,
love.
very, very difficult. It is not easy for men to love.
Really?
Sure.
But
so,
for we who are not married, it seems very easy for these guys to love. Does it mean that it's only after marriage that it's no longer easy?
See, you know, when you follow, I'm talking from the biblical point of view now.
And from experience.
From experience, yeah.
Okay.
When you critically, if you want to adhere strictly to what love entails, coming from the biblical point of view and from experience, you discover that it is not easy to love. I'm telling you. So, for men that are married and they feel like you can just treat your wife anyhow, I believe this will be a kind of checkmating tool to help curtail some of those excesses.
I assume that Kenneth Eze is learning so much because I haven't heard his voice. It looks like he's taking notes. Kenneth?
Yes, I'm really enjoying love his perspective, where it's coming from. He's trying to create a balance with this thing.
Okay.
You know, but like I said, there are some things that shouldn't be tampered with. You know, like he said that the Bible tells the man to love the wife, then the woman should submit to the wife. So they are the woman has a different role to play. If the Bible says that the man should love the wife as Christ has loved the church, so it means that there are rules to this thing. If they say let the woman take clearance from the husband before she leaves any country or leaves the world, it is how things. You know, there is a reason for doing that. That is why our culture is the way of life. We can't come and say now we are trying to take balance that the woman will not start taking people a lot. Or woman should start starting from one. Or woman should start doing this thing because we're trying to create a balance. No. You know, I understand everybody has their own opinion, but I'm of the school of thoughts that believe that different strokes for different folks. Okay. So if a woman is supposed to take clearance from the husband, so be it. Let it be like that. You know, the husband is supposed to do the law, but that doesn't mean that the man or the husband should start lording it over the wife.
But do you also think while that is being done, the man should also get support from his wife to enable the process of the visa clearance?
That is what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay.
Before the man is the head, woman is the man.
All right.
So they are both controlling the role.
All right. Thank you so much.